if you can hold on a minute, domestic, I just want to say this about, was it the Pink Carbon was in the room, and he made some comment, I think he was a co-host as well, he made some comment along the lines of, yeah, you don't have to have protected sex as long as you have PrEP afterwards. And it was very casual and throwaway, and I'm like, no, PrEP is okay for HIV, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't stop many other STDs going around. So it's kind of like, yeah, HIV is the one that nobody wants to get, but there's plenty of others that still can be a problem. So cheers, domestic.
No, that's okay, Spiky. Thank you. Yeah, that comment by Pink. I'm not sure if I was in the space, but I've heard Pink chatting before, and a few gay guys and men, and they are really flippant about this protection issue. Pink's got HIV himself, and a couple of other of the gay guys who come into the spaces are positive as well. And those are the guys who are telling other people that it's, go out and have unprotected sex and just take this pill.
No, I don't
Really
think
irresponsible, really horrible.
I genuinely don't think Pink's doing that.
Well, I mean, I don't think he's saying go out and do it, but like Spikey said, he's casual about it.
Yeah.
And I think that's not helpful.
Yeah, and can I just say as well, quickly, Belfast, that and I think everybody knows this anyway, I'm not trying to speak bad about AMD or ANA or Pink either, but Pink's quite open about what he talks about as well, and he has said in a space quite a few times that whoever his partner is, they've got an open relationship, so actually, they can go out and have sex with other people.
Yeah, but he's also very he's a big proponent for PrEP.
Yeah, I think that's what we're talking about. So I was asking about the difference between, is it only the gay men that are doing this because it's
the
gay men?
No, not
that
necessarily.
I wanted to pop in with the lesbian.
I get where you're coming from, and I get your questioning. What I would say is, if we're talking about Pink in particular,
I wasn't talking about Pink
he's
in
very
particular.
much no. I know you weren't. But what I'm saying is, if we are talking about Pink, he is very much a big proponent for PrEP, which is
But that's what we're saying. So I don't think you
drug.
are getting. So I don't think you are getting the point. That's what we're saying. What I was asking is, they keep saying that it's not a risk, and HIV is changed now.
Oh no!
I mean,
I'm not saying it's not a risk at all.
You've got to think about the ways of transmission. Lesbians can't. That it would be quite difficult for a couple of women to transmit HIV to each other because it's through penetrative sex where the
only reason
where
why
that fine tissue can be penetrated.
Hang on.
Straight women take PrEP after unprotected sex, but I'm very much doubt lesbians do.
Right. You do realise that people record us all the time and clip us.
Yes, I do understand that. I've been saying it all day, but but the more you fucking
and that's exactly that's exactly why I made the point.
I know, but so you made the point, and then domestic went back to speaking, and then you come in again. This is what you come in again talking about, and we're like, right, we've already said this. We've said we're not talking about AND specific, but we've done that. So that's what I'm saying. Can we talk about the conversation without worrying that we're...
I'll say this. Can I just say this? Can I just say this one thing? I would not have been happy had any of my kids been in that room and heard what he said. Yeah, because it was said in a very casual sort of like, yeah, you don't have to worry about, you don't have to have protection sex. You can have as much unprotected sex as you want. Just take PrEP. And the problem you've got with that is a lot of the, and I'll assume it's more gay men than straight men because straight men sort of like have less freedom, I suppose, to just go off and run around.
Straight men, look, the reason
I just wish that I never asked the question now.
Hang on a minute, Amanda.
It's
a good question. It's a good question. It's a good question.
It is a good question. Right. The reason why gay men and straight men have different things to worry about is because the vaginal wall is a lot stronger than the anal wall. The fact that the anal canal is a lot more fragile than the vaginal canal. That's the reason why some possible
Transmission.
Some things are transmitted more ably through a more flimsy canal. Let's look at it that way.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, well, I think, but I do believe we have to take into consideration, male sexuality as a whole, and the level of promiscuity that males have shown in the past in comparison to what we've believed women have been doing. But I do think in this day and age, there's I don't know if there's as much female promiscuity as there is male promiscuity these days. I doubt it, but there is certainly more women and young lasses being much quicker to have very sort of like one night stand, just phone
I
up
think there's
someone.
much more female promiscuity these days than there used to be like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
say.
why the HIV,
Probably,
but that's also
so
why the
not to be
HIV.
crude, but probably a lot more women taking it up the arse because it's
Yeah,
become like, like everyone talks about porn and
Up
that.
the bum,
I
no
don't
baby.
watch it. Yeah.
Is what they
And
used to say.
I just want to say, I know a straight guy who is HIV positive, and he's only ever slept with women, he called it from a woman. So it's not, just about gay guys. But what the oh flip, sorry, I forgot what I was going to say. Sorry.
but and I know that, like I said, all the modern fucking apps, dating apps, and that makes it so much easier for casual hookups. But I do think the sort of like, you get someone like that's shown us to be relatively important within a community and gets top line co-hosting. He should be a little bit more concerned about saying things like, yeah, you can have you can have what's his name, sex without a problem. I do think it's something that, because it's not just about HIV.
I understand that. PrEP drugs are very important as regards preventing.
It's a kind of morning pill, like
Well,
the
no, it's not more than after pill. It's more like like the pill. It's more like preventing
Well, no, it's for
transmission.
afterwards. It's for after unprotected sex.
yeah,
That's
that's what
why
I
they give
thought.
it to rape victims.
No, but they're taking it now. They're taking it now before, so it's more like a preemptive. That's
Oh,
what they're doing.
I thought it was like I thought if you had unprotected
No,
sex, it was just like the morning after pill. So I've got that wrong.
right. Well, they're
I
taking it
imagine, like,
now.
if it stays in your system, because they say, oh, you need to take like the morning after pill, the same thing with PrEP within 72 hours of, or some thereabouts of unprotected sex. So I imagine if you took it like 12 hours before unprotected, it would have the
Yeah,
same level of
Well,
protection.
I don't know. I've seen so many things in like rainbow health and all the rest of it. I've seen that they are advocating taking PrEP, and they're taking it as something as preemptive. So maybe I'm wrong, but that's what
No,
I'm
I
seeing
think
at the
it
moment.
could probably work out. Like, so if I took the morning after pill for pregnancy right now, what time is it? 10 o'clock at night on Sunday, and then I had sex with a bloke tomorrow at 10 o'clock at night, I imagine that the morning after pill would still be working, because it's in that time frame. Do you know what I mean?
I would
So
take the morning after pill beforehand, though. This is
I know
kind
I wouldn't. I
of
wouldn't. But I imagine that's the mindset of the people who are taking PrEP, like a few hours before they have unprotected sex, or maybe 12 hours,
I know,
or
but
maybe
if
just
you look,
continuously, because they're always at it. Bless them.
okay, But if you look at actually what they're putting forward, they're not putting forward PrEP as something to take afterwards. They're putting forward PrEP to take beforehand. This is
So really, it's just promoting unprotected sex, and that's ridiculous.
Right. Okay. What they're doing is they're saying it is, and what I have seen, I'm not saying it's completely true, but in certain circles, I have seen that they are putting forward PrEP as something that will prevent HIV, the HIV contraction, and I worry about that. I'm not sure. So many gay men have told me that it's not a preventative drug. But anyway, maybe they're wrong. And then I look at it, and the way I see it is that they're doing it in the same way as an anti-pregnancy drug. It's really crazy.
I'd be curious to do a survey in a room full of gay guys, asking how many of them have had HIV tests, and then do it in a group of like a group like us, and ask how many have had HIV tests, because it's sort of like it is seen that it's still more of a problem. I mean, Jane was just saying about it's actually more women that have got it, and I think if you've got sort of like promiscuous bisexual men, there is a chance that they passing it on to women, and women not actually recognising, because you've got women also married to men that they think are straight, and these men are having affairs on the side with other men.